Hey everyone! So I thought it would be a good time to talk about the purchases I made from Hobonichi for 2022 and how everything worked out for me and the things I regret purchasing and kind of how this informed my decision to purchase specific things for 2023. So I have everything here that I purchased for 2022, and honestly, the majority of the stuff that I got, I actually didn't use. And when I made this purchase, I actually felt like I pared down a lot of what I would normally buy because I ended up throwing in like lots of accessories and things. And so I thought I had learned a lot from purchases before this. And still, even paring down, I ended up not using anything eventually except this week's. So I guess technically there's some regret tied to like a little bit of everything, but some more than others. So let's just start with the weeks. So this is my 5th year using the Hobonichi weeks for my daily planner. And this is my 2nd year of using it straight through the entire year without taking any breaks or dabbling in any other planners. I've fallen into a really good rhythm with this, and I've just embraced the comfort that it brings and that I know how to use this. I don't really have to think about it very hard. So this was amazing, best thing ever. And it does have a regret attached to it because I ended up getting this mega version. And this is the first time I've ever gotten a mega. And I had some lofty goals to use the notes pages in the back in a very specific and structured way. And that's not the way I usually do it back here. This is like a messy dumping ground of information. And I go back in at some point and I organize the information as I need to. So I'm going back to the regular. I don't need the mega, and I don't like the extra bulk it has with all of these extra pages that aren't useful to me. So why have them if I have to force myself to use them in a specific way? So that's a no-go. But it is the shining star out of everything I've purchased. So I've learned from that, and I've pared back even more for 2023 because I've already made my purchase. So since we're talking about the weeks, this is both sad and regretful, but for 5 years now, I have picked a weeks for each kid and I journal to them. And I have quite a nice stack now of these completed weeks. And it kind of broke my heart to kind of break that rhythm, but I had to because I quit using these. And I would say I'm regretful of this purchase only because I was already feeling not great about using the weeks this way before I even made this purchase, and I went against my better judgment and bought them anyway. And these are not cheap. These special edition ones, I mean, you have to pay an arm and a leg in order to score these because they're not on the Hobonichi website. So you have to use a third party and blah, blah, blah. So that's the reason why I regret it, because I knew better and I did it anyway. And what I have since used, and what I actually considered before I even made this purchase, was to use these Travelers Company weekly dated passport inserts, which is what I eventually went to, and it's magnificent. It works beautifully for the way my life is right now. I keep up with it, not a problem at all. So yeah, I learned from this. I didn't buy them again. I'm still going with the Travelers Company for 2023. So that's too bad. And then the other planner that I had bought was the Hobonichi Cousin Avec. Obviously, this is the second half that hasn't been used at all. It's still in the packaging. And I initially bought this because I wanted to use it for homeschool. I had experimented with it prior to this, and I thought, oh, it's working good enough. So I bought the whole set for this year. And I don't know, I was probably in the first book for like 2 months before I was like, oh no, this is not gonna happen. This is not sustainable. I don't need all this space. Like, pick your problem. I had it. So I gave that up. And I actually moved into an A6 half-year Stalogy, and I make the spreads myself, and it's wonderful. It's exactly what I should have been doing. But the purchase got worse because not only did I pay for the whole set, but I also bought one of the most expensive Hobonichi covers you can get, which is this Mina Perhonen. And I really shouldn't have done this. But the reason is because I think it was like Katie Plans. She actually said, when you buy something, you should ask yourself, will it be my favorite? So compared to the things I already have that I love, can this stand up against it? And unfortunately, the answer is no. I love this cover so much more than this one. And I got caught up in that train of thought where I like this cover. I think it's pretty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. And it's a different color scheme. And so depending on my mood, I can like pick what I want. But I was not in love with this like I love this. And you know, who cares about the seasons? I'm just gonna use this whenever I want to use it, even though it's very like spring and summery. And I thought, oh, well, this one's like fall and winter. And so basically now I have this really expensive cover. Who knows, I might eventually, you know, get rid of it. But I just knew I shouldn't have bought this. And especially for a system that I wasn't even completely embracing yet. So, you know, I've learned from that, and what I actually do, what I have been doing and what I plan to continue to do instead is getting the cover on covers, the illustrated ones, if I really like them, because it's just it's a much cheaper way to get to experience a new cover and a new design without dropping tons of money on a cover like this. So what I do and what I did for 2023 is I get the illustrated cover on covers, but only in the A5 and only in the weeks, because I don't really use A6. I'm really just using it for homeschooling. But this is my ultimate favorite cover ever from Hobonichi. I love camping. I have such amazing memories with this. So this theme is everything to me. So I don't want to collect cover on covers for this. I just know it's not necessary for me. So what I did for 2022, I got these two and I didn't use them. Obviously I didn't use the A5 because the Mina Perhonen didn't work out. This wasn't going to work out. I did use this for like a week maybe with my weeks, and I like to just put black cardstock behind it. This black and blue cover, I got this in like 2018, so I just use it as a background for any illustrated cover on covers. Same with this. So I'm not at the point where I want to totally give up getting the cover on covers because their price point is so low that I still feel okay getting them and not using them immediately. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, is buying all the things and then just having to put them away because I'm not actually gonna use them right now. It's just for a what if. So I'm still stuck on these. I still got these two for the new year, and that's just kind of where I am with that. But as far as accessories go, with the pencil boards, these are the two I had purchased, and this helped informed my pencil board purchase for next year. So I didn't use these two at all, and mostly because I'm just not in A5 regularly, like if ever. And then I am in the weeks all the time, but in this setup, I don't like to have loose things in it that can fall out. I don't keep sticker sheets or pencil boards and that kind of thing in here. Everything has to be secure because this is what I tend to use on the go. I'm pulling it out of my bag in stores, in doctor's offices, all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to worry about like things falling out and me having to chase after stuff. So I don't need a pencil board in here, so I didn't get one for 2023. I do really love the elephant themed pencil boards and accessories, like Gurumpa. I don't know how to say it. So I am in an A6. So I just got the one pencil board in the A6 and I get to use it immediately in here, and it'll be super cute and fun. And so that's how it kind of informed my purchase for next year. Is I didn't go for these two sizes. I went for the one that I am actively using and I can start using right away. So the last thing I will mention is this cover. So for this was not part of the 2022 lineup, but it was for sale still during that time. So I finally went ahead and bought this. And guess what? I didn't use it. I bought it and then put it away. And that's starting to sit really badly with me. And I don't know if it's because I've just done it too often at this point, or I've done it each year, and then inflation on top of it, and just me being more conscientious about spending and buying. And as a side note, I've really come to this understanding that when I have multiples in something, so if I have a ton of different A6 covers, for example, it starts to deteriorate the value of the ones I have. So it's like the more A6 covers I have, the less valuable they all become. I know this is not a new concept, but I'm just like, it's just really hitting me in the feels lately. And so I'm really diving into that. And I love this cover. And this one is so different. So I have like the butterfly closure, and now I have a zipper option. I love a good floral, and I'm very picky about the patterns of my florals and the colors. And I've always loved this one, which is finally why I got it. And I knew that I would be in a position where this may be put away immediately because I don't have a use for it. And I was still okay with that. And I do like how completely different these are. And because I have this, I'm just kind of in a place where I'm like, I don't want any other A6 Hobonichi covers. I have some leather ones, but as far as this goes, this is all I need. I know I'm good with it. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to find any other covers that would compare to the both of these and become my favorite over these two. So I'm set on this. I really did like the blue and white striped ones that were offered for 2023. And I did briefly consider it. And then I thought, oh my, what am I doing? Like, no, there's no way. There's no way that's gonna like hold a candle to these two. So I stopped. I didn't get any other covers. And especially going a whole year without using this, that really helped me understand that this is the limit. This is it. That's all I need. And I think that's everything. That's all the things that I got for 2022. So anyway, I hope you guys got everything that you wanted for 2023. I'm super excited to see everybody's videos because I love living vicariously through everyone and listening to how you're using everything. I do need to do an updated video on how I use my weeks. I may do that next. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was like helpful in some way. But until I see you again, everybody, bye.